Okay. Chat dot. So do I have audio? I have. Perfect. It's a bit too. Oh, this is noise. Oh my god, noise. Hello. Okay, I guess there's some background noise, which kind of sucks. I guess I can move it like slightly up, but the background noise is actually my GPU or my laptop. It's like the cooler of the laptop, and I don't know exactly why that happens. Yeah, let's make a very fast stream. Have like 1 hour. And basically what I need to do. What the fuck? Do you have random button that you cannot click? Leave my channel. No, fuck you. Chat.stream.io/chats. So this is Lala. Okay. This is me trying to keep the thing always on top, so I can like read chat, because it's been like a bunch of times where people actually just wanted to ask me what the fuck I'm working on, and I didn't have time to process because I didn't see the message, and then they left because obviously like I'm nobody. So what I'm doing now is basically keeping this tab here with always on top. I'm just trying to keep it as small so it doesn't bother. So what I'm working on is this robotics library now. This is a project that I've started like 2 or 3 months ago, and the idea is kind of to have like the basic data structures, to have a agent framework. But when I mean agent, I mean like not LLM fucking agents, but rather like agents in the sense of like reinforcement learning and robotics. And basically have an environment which should be like a gymnasium, like any kind of RL or real world environment. You have an agent which can be a drone, it can also be a video, because this is how I do tests. Basically we have a small video player which is like an agent, and you can have like any kind of robot. And maybe the arrows are a bit retarded here, but so you have get raw data from the data producer, and this is like where it starts. You get the raw data from the agent, so the agent like interacts with the environment, has like a state. I mean, you have the state of the environment and have the state of the agent with regards to the environment, and this is what I call data. And then you process the raw data and you send it to this data channel. Then you have a bunch of data consumers. So in the data producer part here, you may have multiple like neural networks. So these are like your perception models, right? Then you have this data consumer, which can be like pathfinding algorithm or anything like, you know, crash controller kind of thing, like you're gonna crash, stop everything, don't go further. So this can also have like a priority queue, I mean like a priority. Then they send actions with priority to this actions queue, which is a priority queue. And then you have this actions consumer, which gets like action by action, so the most important one is always on top. And this is why it's a priority queue, because maybe you have like 10 actions for pathfinding, but you have like 1 action for crash, and you want that action for crash to go on the fast lane. And then you process this action, so you send it back to the agent. And by processing this, like the IO communication. So this is generic, and this stuff here is agent specific. So drone A, for example, parrot drone, or whatever other kind of drone, like DJI drone, like they may have different protocols to communicate, and this is where we do the, let's say, drone specific or robot specific stuff, and this is where I do the generic algorithm, right? So these are this is kind of the purpose of this library. So the environment thing, like this kind of framework with all these boxes, they are like classes. They are like generic classes. Environment, I don't think it's a class, but you have like data producer, actions consumer. I'm not sure if agent is not also something. So there's still stuff to be changed here. But the main idea is kind of there, right? And then I split the code base in like two separate modules. So robo base has like actions and data, which I think I will just, there's many small classes here. I'm not a fan of having many classes in the same place. So I think I will just split it into like actions and actions queue and so on. Like everything can be its own thing. And maybe have like types, big types. File, and then you have this robo-impl, which is implementations, impls, okay, where you have like, let's say, drone specific stuff. So you have like, for example, for Olimp parrot, and this is kind of how you communicate, and you use like the Olimp module that they provide, and they have like landing. So basically, if you have the generic action land, you call this thing, which is their code, right? Actions consumer dot drone. Yeah. And one thing that I have, and I kind of need to, maybe let's do this just so I get it out of my system. Can activate parrots, I think. Yeah. Drone. Let's just see that this works. This works. Bash and run all. And this works. Valid PNG. Okay. Cool. I think I can like just actions queue, actions producer. Then like types of pie. You also need like this from robobase.types import action callback, right? And this goes here. And I think in data I have data item. There you go. So do it again from robobase.types import data item, and this is like data key data. This is, or maybe perception data perception dictionary data name I don't know how to call it, channeling, layer name, modality, and modality data, maybe like this. Data, something to be said about the name perception here. I don't know how to introduce it yet, or where. Data item, alright, cool. And I think that simplifies a bunch of Q is not defined. Great. And how, what? Oh, I removed one more thing, notation, okay. Move types in a separate file. Alright. And I think data channel. Thread save channel to place perception data from the data modules. Data channel. I'm missing something here. Let's see. Type is test. I think the tests may actually be more useful if, though I think the tests were designed properly from the get-go. So you have data and no data channel test. Data item. Cool, and then I have actions interfaces, and you get actions queue from this stuff. Actions queue, thread save, thread queue composition for the robotics actions. That's all. Okay. Data item not defined. Data interfaces. Data. Happy? Split data channel and actions. Because they are not interfaces in the first place, they're like implementations. Cool. How many lines of code I have? Clock, robo is 187 lines of code. I think that's fine. For like this is some stuff that I need to do. So for example, this part here it deserves its own little let's say special quirks, and I will make like something specific about it, because you may have like different neural networks acting at different frequencies, or even different like raw data acting at different frequencies, and you kind of need to synchronize them and align them. But that's a different topic. We have that. Yeah, Python is so cool for this kind of high level things. Alright, so now let's go into the code. So I haven't ran the examples in a while, so let's go video, and let's go, what was like frames, splitter segmentation. I think this, okay, so does anyone remember how to run this? Mask split, yeah, there you go. I think this one should run the code. Some torch compiles that I don't like. Why? I don't think I need this. Load and warm up model. Yeah, okay, so just that. Okay, so image equals is like BGR to RGB, I think. This is it. Oh. guess I need to do this. Maybe like even more. I need to do CVT. Are you happy now? I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, I kind of think that was the entire fix. The problem is the code I'm using, or better said, the model I'm using is trained using BGR images, and it's not okay to have BGR images like ever, you know, because OpenCV made BGR images like you don't have to also do that in your own code. And for some reason this model was trained with BGR images, and the way I think about it is that they made a bad design decision and they have to stick with it for backwards compatibility issues, but you don't have to do that. I mean, I would appreciate if they would just deprecate it forever, like make a new major release of OpenCV with RGB, because fucking hell, RGB is so much more normal. Like, who the fuck uses BGR and why? Like, what's the point? You just swap the channels for no reason. And, like, this channel sorter, it's so stupid. It's like, Jesus fuck. And anyway, the problem that I have with this is that the correct way to do it is, like, you have to box OpenCV, and you every time you call anything OpenCV, you need to kind of have this conversion step between sanity and insanity, right? So you have the sanity side, RGB, everywhere, and every now and then you have to call open CV, so you do the insanity conversion. You go into insane land, and then you come back, you do the conversion back to sanity, and it's just, I don't know, that's the way to approach it. Like, you have to box the crap. And yeah, it's like generational trauma, right? You stop it, right? You don't put it down the road, because like you were never gonna get rid of it otherwise. And in this case, it leaked into this model. Now, I think it's fixed, but I need to validate, and in order to validate it, I have a bunch of ways to do it, and I need to do them. So, first of all, I have this. So let's see. Yeah, let's keep the compile. I don't know what to say about that compile thing. Okay, let's keep it. It may be faster. Who knows? I think that was it anyway. But yeah, before we do anything, oh my god. I need to mount it. Oh my god. Okay, code robotics follow. this main.py and basically I need to copy things over. I don't even know where to copy. Alright, take a break. Okay, back from the forced break. Let's put back more or less sonata. I was listening to classic music and somebody called me. So now I'm back in classics. Cool. So I have that, which is basically a notebook. Yeah. I also need to copy a bunch of logs, which should be in output, and that's all I think. Alright, that was a fast copy, 100 megabytes per second for sure. And let's just remove this stuff. Does this work? Oh, okay, it works. Can I run it? Hello. Oh, parrot, yeah, recommended. Not sort. Nothing else. Okay. Yeah, this stuff sucks. Okay, so here's the thing. This is the image, and this is the output. Now the question is given, well, this image, I guess. So I get the same shit now, and yeah, this is, what is it? Hold on. Maybe that didn't fix it. Now that I think about it, I was supposed to have like a I was supposed to have something that I don't think I have. Let's look again a bit closer. I'm supposed to have like blue segmentation. I don't know blue segmentation, just green segmentation. Where's the blue segmentation? didn't fix shit. Hmm. Main.py. This is what I'm running, I think so. It should be, yeah. Alright, so what the fuck do I need to do? So I kinda need to do this fucking stupid for loop. Where is it? Okay, and yeah, so, okay, video player. Takes a VRE video, but it doesn't take any VRE video, it needs to take specifically this VRE video. Mm-hmm. sure if this is what I need to do, to be honest. I think there is a bunch of things I could do. I was expecting some fucking autocompletes, guys. Where's my autocompletes? this SPD for I in. Tare. You have an exit 0 here. Oh, fuck. I realized my issue. So this is supposed to be blue. It's supposed to be greenish. Ah. Yeah, I think now it's fine. I have the greenish part underneath. So there's still something. Maybe it's about the semantics of things. Cool, so I managed to do that, so it's just a temporary achievement. Okay, so I'm debugging this. Okay, I need to leave, unfortunately. Too bad. Yeah, so I think I should write this on GitLab. Very good. Data channel. I think I need something at data channel level. That's like data channel thread for saving logs. Thread for saving logs. Saves all the new data that came into the channel alongside timestamp. Yeah, so what I think this needs to be is basically a way for me to like, so I have data coming, right? So I have like data coming here in the data channel from the data producer, and this is where like there's a bunch of neural nets which are like just process raw data. But I think I should add here like something. This is where the perception stuff happens. And the output of this, so basically when you push current data, it is the same, right, as the data channel you have. Put, and you have equals yeah, if it's the same you don't do anything, but if it's not the same it's added to the channel, and if you add it to the channel, so basically somewhere in set item maybe so if it's added to the basically in the setter somewhere, so I think here I should have like a set, I don't know, like it's the word set, I don't know why. Yeah, here somehow like another thread, and I should have like another thread here, should like write the data to disk somehow. And I think data item should also be like serials here available in some way. And I think this would allow